Yes. The house was completely wrecked.
Well, who punched the holes in the walls?
I don't know, maybe she did it.
She's moving back there with her 6 children. She is not going to destroy the house.
Yes.
How many?
3.
How old are they?
20, 22, and 16.
Do any of them live with you?
Yes, 1.
The 16-year-old.
Yes.
You have kids?
Yes.
How many?
6.
How old are they?
I have twins that are 18, 16, 15, 12, and 2.
Busy.
Yes.
Do they live with you?
Yes.
This is what I gather from your papers. Your husband passed away recently. Tell me when.
Yeah, in February of last year.
Was it a sudden illness?
Yeah, he had an asthma attack.
How old was he?
39.
Did he have the asthma attack at work or would...
At home.
What I gather from your papers is you were not comfortable, which is perfectly understandable, with going back into the house.
Yes.
For a while. At about the same time, your sister was in a relationship with somebody,
Yes.
and that wasn't going well.
Yes.
Your 16-year-old was, in fact, living with you
Yes.
and this gentleman,
Yes.
and so you needed a place to live.
Yes.
According to your papers, you and your sister made an arrangement that she would move into your house,
Yes.
and according to you, take care of the bills, and you were going to be going where with your children?
We had a family member, an aunt was renting a place, and I moved in there for a short time.
From when to when?
I moved in March of 2023, and
So right after your husband's death?
Yes.
And how long were you there?
I stayed until August of 2023.
And then where did you go?
I went back to my house.
House. Now, did you and your husband own that house?
Yes.
Did you make an arrangement with her for rent?
Yes.
And what was the rent?
She was supposed to pay the $14.50 per month for rent, and utilities about $170 per month.
Do you have a mortgage on the house?
Yes.
And did that $14.50 cover the mortgage and
Yes.
taxes? Now, when you were living with your male friend, were you living in his apartment?
Yes.
Who was paying the rent?
He was.
Do you work?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a home health aide.
Okay. Well, it seems that the situation seemed to deteriorate, according to the papers, after your sister moved into your home.
Yes.
And your lawsuit seeks damages for damages you allege that she caused to your home,
Yes.
and also non-payment of rent.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me, when did she move in March
Yes.
of 2023?
Yes.
And tell me about the rent. She lived there for how many months?
So she moved in March, and she left in June. When she first moved in, she paid $1,000 versus the $14.50, and she said she was going to pay the remaining the next month in April. She said that her check had been short. She had been shorted some hours with her client, and I said that was fine. She could just, make up the next month. In April, it was the same thing. She said that her hours had been cut at work. She didn't have the full amount.
Well, how much did she pay you in April?
In April, she paid $900.
And in May?
She didn't pay anything.
And in June, she left?
Yes.
Okay. The issue started when?
Towards the end of March, like my neighbors and stuff, like people were familiar with me. They would kind of call and be like, hey.
You can't tell me what happened. You got called from neighbors.
Yeah.
Miss Small, when you and your boyfriend separated back in February or March, there was anger and acrimony.
Yeah.
Now, when you left the apartment, it was because he told you to leave?
Yes.
Were the police involved? That's something you don't have to think about. Were the police involved?
I didn't make a report, no.
He made a report on her.
Let's answer the question.
Okay.
I don't need her to tell me the truth. You're supposed to do that. Tell me how the police were involved.
He called to the police to ask them to remove me from his home because I did not want to leave, and they had to come get me to take me to remove me from the home.
Now, did you let him, when you moved into your sister's house, did you let him come to your house? The answer is yes.
Yes, sometimes I did.
How did I know that? Why?
Because I was still emotionally tied to him. I wasn't ready to be over with him because we invested so much time. We was together for 4 years.
That may be okay, but there was a lot of fighting there when he came over.
Mm-hmm. True.
And it wasn't quiet fighting, it was loud fighting.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did either you, he, or the neighbors call the police?
The neighbor, she had nosy neighbors, so I assumed they called.
Okay, so the police were called
Yes.
while he was there.
Yes.
Now, you agree that you gave her $1,000
Yes.
when you moved in.
Yes.
That was in March. And that you gave her $900 in April.
Yes.
So there was clearly a rental agreement, an agreement that you were supposed to pay rent. However, you did in fact pay $1,000 one month and $900
I was
the next.
actually trying to do her a favor and help her out. She really didn't never ask me for no rent.
Well, you weren't helping her out. She was helping you out. You did pay $1,000 and $900. What did you say to her when you gave her the $900, if you remember, in April?
To be honest, I told my sister, this is what I have. I can help you out with this, but I'm having problems at my workplace, and I'll pick up later when I pick up a new client.
Okay, so then I have to believe what your sister told me, that you had an agreement to cover the mortgage and taxes, and you were supposed to pay her $1,450 a month. And for 2 months, you paid less. In May, you paid nothing. So at what point did you decide to put a notice on her door to vacate the apartment? You had conversations with her.
So when she didn't pay in May, she completely ceased contact with me. Like when I would call, she got her number changed. I would come over, I would see a car in the driveway and she wouldn't open the door. I would be outside knocking, calling. She wouldn't answer. I was trying to contact her through other family members. She completely just stopped responding to me at all. So in June, I put a 3-day notice on her door. And it was kind of more so because I figured that would make her, reach out and give me a call, or we can kind of see what was going on. But she didn't. So mid-June, I was talking to our sister and she was like, look, you're gonna be really, really upset.
Just as a result of the conversation, did you go over to the house?
Yes.
And this was after you would put the 3-day notice to quit on the door?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you find when you got there?
The house was completely wrecked. She had bust out windows. She
You have photographs for me?
Yes.
I'd like to take a look. Ms. Small, was there ever a time when the boyfriend was staying over at the house?
He always visited me, but he also went home at the same time too as well.
You're being vague with me. And when you're vague, I distrust vague, okay? Was he staying with you at any point in June?
Yes.
Was he there when the 3-day notice to quit was on the
Yes.
door? After the 3-day notice was on the door, how long did it take you to move out?
It took me 2 days.
In those 2 days, was he there?
I asked him, can he help me remove me from my sister?
So what did he do? Did he come and help you?
Yes, he came help.
Oh, okay, so he did come and help you. Who made this mess in your sister's house?
I don't know, maybe she did it.
Oh, no, never happened. Never happened that she did this in her house. So let's rethink that. I mean, I read your answer. Your answer was crystal clear. You said you were pretty angry when you saw the 3-day notice to quit. To quote you, you said, I got a little heated.
Yes.
Well, what did you do when you got a little heated? And was the boyfriend there when you got heated?
I just called my boyfriend up to come get me to take my clothes to remove me out her home, because she didn't even let me move things inside the home for her to want me to pay rent.
Did you move back into the house?
Yes.
When?
The end of July, after I got everything.
Kevin, I want you to show this picture to the defendant. And I want you to listen carefully, because you're an intelligent gal. And I'm also an intelligent gal. If you and your 6 children are planning to move back into this house because you own it, could you think of any other reason than being either psychotic or angry to do this to the property? Just take a look at it. And I'm going to show you some more. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. Was your 16-year-old there with you?
No, he wasn't. He was over at a friend's house.
Well, who punched the holes in the walls?
I don't know. Maybe she had someone do it.
No. You did this. Either you, your boyfriend, your 16-year-old. There's no question. She's moving back there with her 6 children. She is not going to destroy the house that she owns, that she's moving back to with her 6 children. That's ridiculous. Okay. You want to tell me anything else?
Not to mention, she says we didn't have any agreement to pay rent. I have a rental agreement that we both agreed to with the amount and everything. So that was just a lie.
Well, this is certainly your signature, Miss Smalls. Kevin, would you show her this document?
Kept up with something. That's my signature.
It sure is. I've compared it to your answer. That was a sworn deposition. Okay. Did you have a contractor help you?
Yes.
Do you have the final bill from the contractor?
I think I have some of it in that already, and this was for, I think I had this kind of stuff up.
And the maximum of your small claims court is $6,000?
Yes. The damages exceeded that amount.
I see the damage exceed.
Nice.
What?
She said the house wasn't that nice.
House wasn't that nice, but it had windows and it had walls and it had mirrors and had glass. And it didn't have any of those things when you left. Okay, between the rent that you owe based upon your lease and the damages that you or your son or your boyfriend or a combination of all three of you did to the house, the damages of far and exceed the $6,000, which is the limit of your small claims court. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $6,000. We're finished. Thank you very much.
What she was saying made no sense. I would have never done that to my own property.
I really didn't like the decision at all because I feel like I didn't do all them damages.
I was already still grieving months into a very big loss, and to see our house destroyed like that was horrible.
To be honest, I probably damaged some things, but I didn't damage all them things.
She has a lot of misplaced anger at just the wrong people, I think.
I still can't believe just she brought me to this show to sue me.
I hope we can kind of move forward and be in a place where we can at least, be family again.
I would never speak to her again.
So what's your takeaway?
I know your philosophy has always been, don't be a landlord if you can avoid it. And I think family members make that more challenging because of the personal relationship. But also being a landlord, you may vet your tenant as well as you can. Make sure they're a good person, make sure they're not violent, make sure they have no criminal record. But you never know who they're bringing into the fold of your home. You can't control everyone's personalities and everyone's outbursts all of the time. And I felt bad for the plaintiff because, she was already going through a hard time by losing her husband, just wanted some time away from the place that it happened. And, she came back to a huge mess that unfortunately, because of jurisdictional limits, we weren't able to fully compensate her for, but at least she got what we were able to give.
Did I convince you about being a landlord?
I'm getting there.
All right, this case was painful, and not just because of the money. First, let me say what I agree with. I agree with the judge's conclusion that the defendant's story didn't hold up. The biggest problem for her was the combination of the written rental agreement, the timeline, and the photos. Once the judge has a lease with your signature on it, plus proof you paid rent twice, it becomes really hard to argue we never had an agreement. Even if it started as helping family, the moment money is exchanged regularly for living there, it's rent. That's a landlord-tenant arrangement, whether you want to call it that or not. And the judge was also right about something else, the who destroyed the house question. I know it sounds harsh, but it's real life. The plaintiff is grieving, living somewhere else temporarily, and planning to move back with 6 kids. There is no logical reason for her to destroy her own home right before returning, especially with children. That doesn't make sense. So when the defendant says maybe she did it, it reads like a desperate explanation, not a believable one. Now, here's where I'm going to be careful and fair. Do I think the defendant alone did every single bit of damage with her own hands? Not necessarily. And I think the judge even left room for that by saying it could be her, her boyfriend, her son, or some combination. But here's the part people miss. Even if you didn't personally punch every hole in every wall, if you're living there and you bring chaos into someone else's home, especially a volatile relationship, you're still responsible for what happens in that space. You don't get to move someone in, let arguments escalate, let police show up, and then act shocked that the home got trashed. The case also shows how fast family situations turn into legal disasters. The plaintiff did a favor during the worst time of her life, right after her husband passed, because she couldn't emotionally go back to that home. That's understandable. But family favors without boundaries, that's where everything breaks down. Because once rent stops, communication stops, and people start dodging calls, it becomes an eviction problem. And once eviction becomes real, like that 3-day notice, people panic, get angry, and do irrational things. I also agree with the judge's practical point. The small claims limit is the small claims limit. The damages look like they likely exceeded the cap, but the court can only award what it can award. That's frustrating, but it's reality. Where I slightly disagree, or I'd at least add more nuance, is the emotional side. The defendant saying she was grieving too and dealing with relationship turmoil. That may be true. But grief doesn't excuse destroying property, and it definitely doesn't excuse skipping rent and disappearing. If you're struggling, you communicate. You don't hide behind a locked door and change your number. The judge basically punished the behavior pattern: avoidance, vague answers, and blaming everybody else. So, my takeaway is simple. If you're going to help family, do it with clear written terms, enforce them early, and don't let toxic relationships move into your home. And if you're the person receiving the help, respect the roof over your head, because once you burn that bridge, it's gone. If you found this breakdown helpful and you want more real courtroom reactions with honest takes, support the channel. Hit like, subscribe, and share. It helps the channel grow and keeps these case breakdowns coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.